$13,000 for this 2016 Hyundai Sonata with 108,000 miles. And look at these rates, insane. Starting at 8.95, going all the way up to 23%. We're here at Carmax where they do business a little bit different than a normal dealership. The price you see is the price you pay. They don't negotiate or play any games. But the problem is the price we see is super inflated. I mean, come on, 100,000 mile vehicles, $15,000 or more sometimes. Look at this, 12,000. Look at that 2015 Chrysler 200 with 102,000 miles. Wow. And someone's going to get it probably at that 22.95% at $300 a month. That is a bad situation to be in. I guess people get in sticky situations, but there's no vehicle worth 22%. You know what I mean? And if you're looking for a vehicle when it comes to reliability, don't get a Chrysler 200 over, let's say, a Corolla. You know what I mean? You want something that's going to be reliable. It's not going to be a Chrysler 200. So you got to be smart about it, and you can't just trust CarMax because it's CarMax. People think, oh, it's a good vehicle, it's this and that. Well, they also have very crappy vehicles out here as well, especially when they get higher in miles and they're just crap vehicles to begin with. And who knows if it's been repoed, if the maintenance has been done right. Look at that, $20,000. And we can't forget, there is this $399 doc fee. So a lot of people call that it's BS. It's a straight BS fee. Look at that, 37,000 miles, 2023 in Malibu. Look at that payment. Wow, up to $500 on a Malibu. I couldn't imagine a used one at that. But man, you gotta be careful, And CarMax, they're still salespeople. Are they gonna call you 35 times? Like, other dealerships are so annoying. They have the finance department, all this stuff. CarMax doesn't have the finance department. They're gonna screw you over, but they're gonna be upfront about it. So look at that, $19,000, 2018 Altima, 37,000 miles, and you guys can see where the payments are. Completely insane, but again, so CarMax, they're gonna screw you over, kind of up front, because they're going to make money on every single vehicle you're looking at. The front end gross profit is probably more than a normal dealership in a lot of cases, but the difference is they don't have the finance box. A finance box in a normal dealership will screw you over 15 ways like you don't even know. It's crazy how bad they can get you. But CarMax, a little bit different. They're going to do it. They're just going to ask, do you want the warranty? Do you want this? From what I've heard, they don't do it like traditional ways. They don't have a normal finance box, but they still try to sell you all those products. And to be honest, they have a higher closing ratio than the scummy dealerships do that try all these scummy tactics. Now, we got to look at these 4Runners because these things are holding value like no other, to the point where I almost want to take my 4Runner up here. Well, not after seeing this, $27,000, well, 121,000 miles, 4Runner SR5. Man, this is the cheapest 4Runner I've seen. But again, this is by far, if you're going to buy a vehicle, you're talking about reliability, way more reliable, way more than most of these vehicles sitting here. This Toyota 4Runner, especially in the 20s, that's crazy to see one. Normally, they're still selling for MSRP, 10 years later almost. So let's look at this one. I think this is a 2015 4Runner SR5. Look at this one, 29 with 71,000 miles. And to be honest, the MSRP on this 4Runner in 2015 was probably in the high 30s. So it's still almost, it's 8-9 grand less than it was brand new. So pretty crazy, but you just got to be careful with CarMax. You can't just trust them because they're CarMax. A lot of people come here with bad credit and they get completely taken advantage of, and they can get a lot more deals approved here. So a normal dealership might not be able to get you approved, but they can get you approved here because CarMax has their own lending. It's basically a huge buy here, pay here. $25,000, look at this, 47,000 miles, and you guys can see crazy payments. So it's a huge buy here, pay here at the end of the day. They have a lot more access to lending, so they can be much more free because it is a buy here, pay here to an extent, especially if you don't bring your own lending and all that and you go through CarMax. 22.95%, that's bad. That is a bad situation to get in. No car is really worth that in my opinion, but I guess certain people, I don't know. I can't understand it, but let's look at this one. This Jeep is probably going to be $20,000 for all we know. So you really got to pick and choose here if you're shopping because, man, prices can be crazy. Well, okay, not $20,000. $11,599. 2016 Jeep Patriot Sport. Look at that. 103,000 miles. Wow. Imagine a $300 payment on this thing. Imagine. Imagine, man. And I know some people like the Carmax warranty or whatever. I hear okay things about it, but I'm not a fan of aftermarket warranties at all. And I know that's a huge profit driver. That's how they make so much money here. They make it on the front end gross profit, they make it on warranties, and they make it on finance. They make a killing on all those things. So you got to be careful. You can't just trust Carmax because it's Carmax. Get your pre-purchase inspection. Take it to a mechanic. If they don't let you, don't buy it. It's that simple. If you don't know what you're looking at, don't get screwed over. Be careful. Don't just trust Carmax because it's Carmax. Let me know what you think. Would you buy any of these vehicles at the prices they're asking? Remember, none of this is negotiable. So the prices you see are the prices you pay. Would you pay these super high prices? Let me know. Have a great day and stay blessed.